left off, if I remember correctly, right, you were going through the maze, right, and you had to swim underwater in this like fountain
Mhm.
in order to get to the world where this group of devils that have splintered off from another group had the
Mhm.
captive you were looking for, and you passed all the tests. So you were there, a number of days before the other group is supposed to arrive, right? So now it's just a matter of, you know, getting the guy you want and getting out of Dodge. Okay, make sense? Yes,
Yep.
kind of, sorta.
Yep.
All right, cool. Just making sure I didn't miss anything. Let me grab this for 1 second for my own personal edification. All right, cool. All right,
Yeah, because the guy
so
we're looking for got captured by those demons or no devils, and he has angel blood, so he is in trouble.
that's right.
The only question I have from last, I captured that we have a blessing from the statue, but not what that blessing was.
He gave us
Um,
potion.
I
I think
think
it was a re-roll, wasn't it?
it was a reroll. Yes,
Oh,
right. If I go back and just look real quick, right, you got a. Did I give you the potion? I don't think I gave everyone the potion of healing. I think I owe you all like one or two potions of healing.
Nope.
And yeah, I
Well,
got
you
Right.
one
gave us
potion of healing
all.
and one potion of swimming, but we used the
Yeah.
potion of
Use the swimming.
swimming to get to where we were.
Let me give you the potion of
Yeah.
healings. I remember that um, uh, Chance had said he gave himself his potions.
Yeah, I'm familiar with enough with the interface. I knew how to do it.
Yep. Healing. All right, let's chuck some at the pharmacist here. One.
I mean, if you want to give me another one,
You would happily take it. I will gladly pay you Tuesday for a potion of healing today.
Now I want to make a wimpy D&D character.
Sorry.
Like,
He could have some interesting features. Inventory.
hey,
I
why
told you
not?
guys earlier, like going completely in all these different directions has been a ton of fun for me the past year, picking up these different things. I'm playing in a Marvel game tomorrow, but since I'm not really up on the Marvel universe, I decided to choose the hero, the Tick.
Very
And
good.
nice. Oh, I love them. That
it has been
indestructible is
so much fun.
so good.
The Tick is awesome. Are you playing the one from like the 80s? The old one?
No, this is it's the Marvel multiverse. It's on the same site. What is it? Demiplane
Yeah,
has
yeah.
has like Daggerheart and all that stuff.
Yeah. They
That's cool.
they were going to put TOV on Demiplane, but Roll20 kind of stiffed them. So there was drama there. Right, I got that story right. Right, Nat? Because Demiplane was bought out by Roll20, and then they didn't want to do it because they were too busy doing
Uh,
D&D 5.5.
yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, they were bought by them. They were originally independent,
Right.
but then they were bought, and now anymore they're just effectively an extension of Wizards.
Right.
It is.
More or less, because Demiplane.
Wizards of the Coast.
I'm sorry, I stepped on somebody. Okay.
No, I was gonna say Wizards of the Coast is starting to really suck. But yeah.
Yeah, that kind of sort of. They were both by Roll20, so Roll20 is kissing, WotC because, they want to keep their access to the tools, and it's tough when you're the
Yep.
400-pound gorilla in the room.
Mm.
All right, so potions of healing have been distributed. So you come out of the portal. dripping wet from your little swim, right? And you come to we'll say, a small wooded area where there is a small gathering of, we'll call them almost refugees, right? People who look like they have been um, traveling in a hurry, carrying their possessions on them as best they can, that kind of thing. Maybe there's about 20 of them, right? And you hear, somewhere nearby there's a small stream. You can hear the bubbling and so forth of the stream. And to the north, small distance away, but far enough away that you're not going to be seen, you know, um, through the trees and so forth, is, you can see a encampment of tents off in a short distance. And you can see some folks that, here with you that look like, like more of like farmers. You see like a dryad and an ogre, I can't talk. Uh, org and also a um, like a spirit. Nothing that seems to be threatening you, and a minotaur, as long as other humans and humanoid traditional types.
Ugh, I hate being wet.
Which direction is the crowd going? So there's a whole bunch of refugees who are moving. They going towards the encampment or away?
They seem to be moving away from the encampment, and they are near the portal that you came out. Say like maybe 30 or 40 feet away, and they're just kind of huddling, and some people are talking among themselves, um, and so forth. They're not threatening in any way, shape, or form that you can tell.
Can I get an idea of like what they might be running from? I'm assuming since this is Labyrinth, the void has come and taken yet another world or something like that.
Uh, sure. Give me like if you're trying to overhear them, like give me a perception check.
I'm gonna start with overhearing. Yeah, so if I don't get anything from that, I'll just out and out ask them.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right, 11. I made it above 10.
Well, they're not really trying to make it hard for you. They're not really trying to be secretive or anything like that. So, you hear these folks talking to each other or to the loved one. Smart man. And doesn't always work for my kids either, but I always do it too when I'm playing. Um, yeah. So you hear them talking about some devils nearby. They were forced from their homes. This really sucks. But you generally gather that the people that you're here to try and free this captive on has caused uh, some mayhem in the local area and has displaced some of the townsfolk that are here. And now, they're considering, do they stay here? Do they go out through the labyrinth and try and find a better place to live? Do they stay local and find another spot on this world? You would gather just based on, the fact the planet or the world isn't like falling apart at the seams or something close to it, that it's not like the that this world is anywhere close to the void. It just, you know, these are like random bad guys who are just causing trouble in this world.
Displaced by bad guys,
Yeah,
not a bad problem. Okay.
yeah. No, it's a local problem, not a global problem.
So what's the portal look like from this side?
I'll say it looks kind of like an outline of branches and you know tree limbs that kind of have grown together to make a portal. So it's not a door per se, but there is a spot where you can put in a key, and then the portal will activate, and you can step through.
Okay, because I was gonna say, I was gonna imagining talking to the refugees like, hey, if anyone wants an exit via portal, the other side is underwater. It's what was it, 50, 40 foot or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But if you can swim good, there is an exit right here if you want to go.
Okay, and then
We are taking up a collection. We are an extermination agency. Um, if you would like to purchase some services.
Yeah, we stand up to bullies. Daffodil says as she kind of like shakes out like a dog and puts her hands on her like fists on her hips and stomps her cute little feet.
What the big girl said.
so with all of this, you hear some excited whispers among the various refugees. They're, do I feel like going for a swim today? Should we pull up a collection to see if these guys can help us out? They kind of look you over, like, could they really beat these devils? I don't know. Maybe it's worth a shot, and various yapping like that. Why don't you make a persuasion check for me? Whoever's doing the persuading here.
Oh, that was
18.
totally going to be me trying to spin up the.
Sure,
Yeah,
sure.
It's a very hard thing.
With the whole like standing up to bullies thing. So like I just chipped in a little bit. That's all you with the actual roll.
All right, yeah, I got an 18 on that, but
Sure.
character strengths, right?
Yeah, so they look at you, and there's a number of people that look you over, and you're really clean now after going through the water, right? Any of the dirt of travel.
I got my 10 gallons of water.
You got your 10 gallons of water. You're good. They they look you all and are like, well, how much? So you're saying you can eliminate these devils?
So with the appropriate amount of information and the appropriate amount of coin, we should be able to handle it. How many of these devils are here?
All right, let's do this. Do.
Oh, nice. On the 20. What was that for?
Yeah, I was going to ask what that was for.
Just looking for any like she's keeping an eye out and just looking around and seeing if there's like any animals or bugs. Like if there's a butterfly, it's gonna get her attention.
All right.
Roll for concentration. Got it.
It's an ADHD roll.
Yeah.
Exactly. 100%. Yeah. You know me too well. Stop that.
They say, what do they say? They say, let me roll here. I'm gonna do some variants. They say that they saw a number of different types of devils. They say they saw those what Lemore, right? I think did you see what I get confused between the two groups, right? But basic like a blobby shaped one, right?
Yeah, yeah, the grubs.
Yeah, I got one of those on my desk right now.
There you go. You got the maybe around 10 to 12, give or take. And they saw maybe 3 or so imps. And the leader was a lantern devil. They said there's about you know 6 to 8 or so tents that are set up. No, lantern devil with a T. Yeah, about 6 to 8 tents or whatever I just said. Sorry, Smiley's comment distracted me. They said if there's a stream nearby, one way is you could try to sneak along the stream and, the sound of the water and everything else. The stream is a bit unusually deep for a stream, like maybe 5 to 10 feet, depending on where you're at, right? So it will end up into a small pool of water, and yeah, that might be where to go. Actually, probably Smiley is looking at the map because I'm looking at the map too as I'm describing all this. Or, you could try to...
my team here.
Yep.
I'm gonna say hey, why are you trying to shake these guys down? These guys are poor. They're down on their luck already. Why are you trying to shake them down for money? We're gonna kill the devils no matter what.
There's no reason to not get paid for a service well rendered, and they will not be down on their luck anymore if we do this for them.
If you're good at something, never do it for free.
Damn right. Either case, we also got information out of this. So the question is, between 15, 16-ish people on the high side, hopefully, and the 4 of us, do we have any plans?
We can tell them to leave and just get out of here because they're meanies.
Right. So does anybody have any tricks up their sleeves?
Well, there are an awful lot of devils, and our objective is to rescue this guy, not necessarily kill all the devils. I mean, I'd like to kill all the devils, but I think there's just too many of them.
Maybe we can get
them down to a manageable number if we can convince the rest of the populace to come in and clean house. They got a leader. They got a couple of the big ones.
And I haven't looked at your characters to see. I haven't looked at your characters to see if you are fully rested, but you are about 2 to 3 days ahead of the other group, so you certainly have time if you aren't rested to rest.
So long rest. Group that we were just given, they're not here yet.
Right, you're 2 to 3 days ahead of them, so you've got a huge amount of time.
Why don't we I'll just watch them. Whatchamacallit? Yeah, we watch them for a little bit and see what's up, or we can make them real mad at us and get them to chase us to a spot where we are waiting, and like some creepy little grin, like evil little smile, just like crosses her face for a second. and then it's all infill again.
I know I'm going to regret this, but you're small. Can you climb trees? Maybe watch over them?
Oh, real good at climbing. My friends taught me how.
So maybe you can, climb a tree and spy on them?
Oh, yeah. I could watch. I'm a good watcher. I like watching.
Okay.
I don't have much in my inventory, but I do have some alchemist's fire and a set of acid. And they have an encampment. It looks very, very flammable.
Do I only get one wild shape per day as first level?
I believe it is the same as your proficiency bonus as memory serves.
Oh, so it's two then, eh?
I can double check. I
Yes,
I am
please.
I am less of a druid, so I got to double check the druid stuff.
It's been a while since I touched them too, so
I'm not a druid main by any stretch. Though I might turn out to be now that they've changed how the spells work. Maybe I should do a druid someday if I ever play as a player again. Wild shape. You gain the
I've always wanted.
ability. Blah 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 blah. Rules transform. Beginning at second level, you can use your wild shape feature once until. So I
Oh,
lied.
second level.
Sorry. Until twice between rests at 6th level. So you can do it between a short or a long rest, but you only get one use between rests.
Okay. And I am level 2 like the rest of the characters, or am I
You are
starting at
level
level 1
you
again
are
after
level
that?
2. You know
Wait,
two beast forms. That's what I was thinking, but you only use them
from
once
the
per
last time.
rest.
Yeah. So I got the squirrel form, and then I forgot the other one that I thought I
Did I
said.
write it on your character sheet? Let me look. I don't
So at this much time,
know.
you could squirrel form your way, climb up the tree, and then hang and then rest while you're up there.
100%. That's what I want to do out of character. In character, it's just like trying to find a funny way to show you guys that this little weird person could turn into animals and be even weirder. I kind of wanted to like show off her like animal traits as the halfling first, and then you have her transform, and you guys go like, "Oh, it makes sense."
There you go. So that's what you do. You're going to climb up the trees. Climb up the tree there, girl.
Yeah, I wonder if the squirrel could like have anything to like stash away somewhere, like in a tree, kind of like he's hiding a nut, and then just like drop the alchemist fire on them, create a distraction or some shit.
Well, you can't cast spells, and whatever's on your person when you transform is going to transform with it, right?
No, but is it chance, right?
It's what? I'm sorry.
Or
Oh yeah, the
what?
pharmacist has alchemist fire. I could give
The pharmacist.
Oh,
the
oh,
squirrel
oh!
tree.
You're going to give the squirrel the
Okay,
vial or
I'm
something.
just brainstorming because like dropping it from above and then going like, "What the fuck happened?" causes distraction, so they could like, well, I'll scope things out first and then announce that idea because like,
All
yeah,
right.
you want to like find their patterns and habits and all this other shit, right?
Right.
And
Well,
we don't want to set fire to the place and kill the guy we're trying to save.
No,
so
and
let's do.
this girl is
Yeah, go ahead.
going
I'm
to be
sorry. You
very
finish.
ADHD. So like you guys are gonna have to help her concentrate sometimes because like I'm gonna be constantly doing those ADHD rolls.
Um, is alchemist fire going to be particularly effective against devils?
I've never actually fought against the devil hut. Is any ideas what they are? Maybe not. We can cover them in soap.
You can make them clean.
I was trying to figure out if I could actually mix the alchemist fire with the soap. I was trying to read the
It's
information on it and see if I can come up with a fancy way to make that happen.
it's a clean burn.
Yes.
All right, so now we're gonna have to find stats for a squirrel.
So what I'm going to say is based on, you know, um, dang it, Smiley, I forgot your character's name.
Daffodil.
Daffodil. Thank you. I got to replace that later. I totally forgot. Uh, you know,
Daffodil Little Pop.
I'll say that you go scope it out, you come back, turn back into human form to tell them what's going on, and go back again between rests, something like that. But this is what you see. You see, for right now, you have the leader kind of sitting in like a makeshift throne. He feels really important about himself. And then a bunch of minions that are kind of right now, watching two of their kind, spar in the center of the encampment because they're devils and they're bored. There's a number of imps around, and you can count them. There was probably closer to like 4 or 5, if I remember correctly. And then over here to the like southwest is the devil's potty ground, right? So that's where they go do their business, and they were nice enough to set up.
Oh, that's where we can get him. We could find someone who has the key. When they go to do their business, we could jump them and like hide them in the waste, and then take the key, unlock that dude, and we're squirrely.
Otherwise, you see a number of small to medium-sized tents, and off here in the far north, you see another gate.
Oh, okay. So it's right at their camp.
It does change things.
And is there a way that she could have sniffed out where where the person is? Because like all these devils have like probably a similar smell, and like the angel dude probably has a different type of smell. Is what I'm hoping.
I don't know about the sense of smell of squirrels.
I have here the edition or the 5th edition squirrel is squirrels have advantage on all wisdom checks related to their sense of smell.
Well, I mean, these tents
I gotta
are.
find a nut somehow.
If you want to sneak around camp and try to scope things out, but even the close tents are a good 50-ish feet away, and then it goes on from there, right? The furthest tent being, 200 plus feet away, right? So if you want to sneak around as a squirrel, you can do that, but
on the first day, I'll come back with the information that I could find gathering from going around the clearing and stuff like that, and then ask the party if they want her to go more sneaky and try to get closer to the camp. Maybe she could go when it gets darker, but we all have dark vision. That's no fair. Doesn't matter. She could be a squirrel. She could just like act like it. But yeah, I know. I'll ask the party. So she tells you what she like spots out the first day when she comes back and transforms, and she's like, I can go again tomorrow, but like, you want me to like get closer? I couldn't find where are we looking for again? Whoever it is, I don't know where or who they are, but I know this is what I found. This is what I watched.
Turning away from the girl and asking the other guys. I don't like the sound that there's a portal at the end, regardless of how much because a door will open on either side for us. I was hoping that would really only be the one that came through. What do you guys think?
Is that our portal? Is that the one that's going to take us home?
You can use the key to basically have that portal. That the key that you have is keyed to your final location, so you can use that key pretty much in any portal, and it will take you back to where you want to go.
Oh, what? Okay, so let me get how this works down in my brain proper. So I thought the keys were like you get a key on like this level of the labyrinth for the portal in here that unlocks that one, but you can only use that key for that portal for that place. But like if you have a key for the labyrinth, it's for a specific destination, and you can use any portal with that key to just get to that destination for the key. Instead of the key just opens up the portal for you. And the
You
portal
know,
goes to
I will say, because I've had that same question as well as I run through the Labyrinth World Book and the adventures, and I've come to the conclusion that the keys can do whatever the DM says they want them to do, right? Because to your point, the World Book makes it sound like, the portals are more fixed, but then
yeah.
again, sometimes for the sake of the adventure, some keys are better than other keys.
Okay, yeah. So some keys just open up the fixed portals, and then they can open up any portal to go to their location, type of
Yes.
deal. Like so, the keys
So,
as a
so
standard open portals, and then the good keys, quote unquote, can open regular portals, but also open
Yes.
any portal to their destination.
There is
That is
definitely a hierarchy of keys, for sure.
that's cool. Yeah, that's kind of awesome. All right, sorry for the sidetrack.
Yeah, I think that was vital information.
I'm sorry,
So,
Phalar. I think you were going to say something there. Did I miss you?
I was just gonna say that all we need to do is get the guy and get to the portal. We don't even need to fight any of these guys if we can possibly avoid it.
Ooh, maybe we can make a big distraction and take their attention away from the portal, and then we sneak the guy into the portal while they're distracted.
Right. I was thinking the
Where
same thing. We could blow up one of their tents or something.
Ooh,
do we know
yeah.
which tent the guy is in?
probably one of the three big tents, I would think.
She just kind of like shrugs her shoulders. Ow.
I did Google squirrels, and while they have a pretty long distance smell when it comes to like food and stuff like that, I don't get the same sense that they're like dogs and can. I guess they can and they can. I don't know. I don't think you can tell where the person you're looking for is.
Not from that far away without
Yeah.
trying very close. All right, cool. That's good to know.
Well, I'm more interested to know than is there patrols, is there guards, or are they just having a good time?
They just seem to be screwing around.
So I
They're-
mean,
they're-
we could walk right up to the back of the tent, and they're not going to see shit.
Now, that doesn't mean they're not wandering around sometimes. It could, like, it's a random chance type of thing. But, they're devils. They don't seem very threatened. They probably force the locals pretty easily. So they're being lazy. How's that?
Yeah.
I know what I could do on the second day. Because I think we're gonna be moving and acting on the third day before that other party gets here or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. So maybe on the second day, she'll try to like look out and watch the patterns more closely and see if she can find if anyone's like bringing food or something to a certain tent, like they're like, you know, like there's a prisoner somewhere.
Oh, wait. We're ahead of the group that's coming with the guy that we're trying to rescue.
You are ahead. This is the group with the guy you're trying to rescue. You are ahead of the group that is coming to meet them. So, like, this group was
So
part
in 2
of.
days, there's going to be more people here. Like, at the end of the 2 days, there's going to be more people here.
So do we just want to like
Yeah.
do the second day snooping and just move on the second day?
Yeah, that says move on the second day. It'd be long gone before that other group gets here.
All right, cool. So I won't even worry about trying to figure out if there's a special tent. I'll just tell you guys the layout and what she saw and the patterns on the first day, and we take it from there.
And besides, Mr. DM invoked my name. He said it's just chance
Ah.
that some of them running around, and that tells me that go with the chance. That's my name.
There you go.
Do we want to split up to each of the big tents, or do we want to and just see?
Yeah, sure. I mean, half of us can go to this tent, and half of us can go to this tent. That way, we're not too far apart. And if anybody pops around, we eliminate them quickly and hopefully quietly.
Yeah, and just to, refresh, right? This group was part of a bigger group of devils that was, doing raids, right, to different locations, like the Vikings of old. But this group thought they were all that and decided to break away to do raiding on their own. And it didn't go so hot. So this is what's left of them. And the guy you're trying to rescue, is partially kind of, you want to call it a peace offering or a way of getting back to their original group. To show how cool they were and they should be welcomed back in. Even though, they kind of dumped you, but now, we're all good now, right? We bought you a prize. That kind of...
Your prize is accepted. Your punishment is death.
Yeah, who's to say? They're devils, right? So, I mean, that's their semi mindset. That's why they're waiting for this group.
What would I have to do to see if I actually know about any weaknesses of like the lemurs or the not fairies, like not pixies, imps? Like
imps?
I have like this feature called like forbidden knowledge, but I don't know if that's related to this because it says Arcana religion skill.
Oh, 1 second. I'm trying to look at your characters, and I'm in the wrong mode. Features. So you're looking at what in particular again? Was it? Oh, forbidden knowledge.
I was curious if I could get something from
any Arcana or religion skill.
It says void creatures though, so it's probably not.
I'll give it to you because I'll say because while the void is generally demons, right? There are devils that sometimes hang in the void and vice versa. Sometimes there's demons that hang in the hells. So it's not quite as cut and dry as 5e. It's a good general rule, but it's close enough. I'll give it to you. Give me your proficiency check for whichever one is better for you, Arcana or religion.
They're the same, so let's go with Arcana. That sounds more right to me. That's not good. 9.
I
can get rid of them with one.
It was just proficiency. Yeah, I mean, let me take a look here. You were talking about imps in particular?
Yeah, let's go with imps.
Okay.
A lot of them.
I'll say in general that they have some level of magic resistance, and that's about it. What else was I going to say? I don't know. I forget. That some level of magic resistance will go with that.
Okay. Oh, thank you for that.
Sure. I mean, you probably could have guessed that, so I don't really feel like I'm, moving the bar too much there.
9, I'm probably not going to get much. My other thing was like, I'm even just checking, like, are they are they susceptible to fire? Like if I do try to burn down the camp and after we run off the guy, this is the devil's camps, right? It's not the people's camp that the devils have come in and taken, right?
Yeah, you would see that these tents have. I mean, you can kind of get the gist a little bit
They
already.
kind of
You
like
see, like,
they have little weird things going on.
yeah, some of it looks like pointed sticks. Some of them looks like various bones or horns. So yeah, it gives certainly a sinister look. Or they're a bunch of Halloween tents, one or the other.
Very, very thematic and
Yeah.
timing. All right. All right. So
All
I
right.
guess how do we want to do this then?
Yeah, I just say pick teams, and well, I mean we'll be within line of sight of each other. Just go to the two tents and let's see. Hopefully we get lucky and we can sneak away.
And I'm just gonna move. And you're waiting. You're still doing this while this is their entertainment, so you can find a time when like if you're watching for a number of hours, that because how many hours you watching them for, Daffodil? Was it a whole day?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, it was like as long as I could in squirrel form. I don't know if it's just for an hour or for as long as I can hold it up to 8 hours or something like that. But as long
Squirrel
as I
form. I remember what it was. It was yada yada yada. Hit points. Dang it! Right. Wow shape. Beast form. Right. Blue badoo badoo. Beast from your past. I'm trying to find it. I'm not finding it. Number of hours equal to your proficiency bonus. There you go. So if your bonus is 2, you can be a squirrel for 2 hours. And then you have to come down off the tree, take a rest, and then do it again. So since you can do it, you get it back in between rests, right? You basically could do 2 hours on, 1 hour off. Right, if you want to take a short rest, and then you'll get it back, and you go again. Because it doesn't say.
That's awesome.
Right. It just. Well, I had it, and I read it earlier, but it's in here somewhere.
And through watching, she's gonna do her best to just be a natural squirrel, because that's what she does when she's in animal form, is just be an animal. So not only is she watching and stuff, she's making it look like it's not a squirrel watching them. It's just like a squirrel in the tree doing squirrel things, or roaming around. Even if they're not even paying attention to the squirrel, that's how she's gonna act, because that's her in animal form.
Sounds like that's a lot like her in non-animal form.
That's just her.
Yep. All good.
Yeah, so I think I'd watch them the whole first day like that, and then I'd ask the party what they would want to do, because I'd see if they get more inebriated or wasted or loose during the night, or if they button up and start watching their perimeters better or something like that. And I'd just spend the whole first day going back and forth between the forms and watching them.
Sure. Give me. Do you have your squirrel stats right there? Or do I have to go look for squirrels?
Yeah, no, I have them pulled up on the internet.
Just give me. Give me a performance check. Give me a performance check, because you're trying to perform as a squirrel. Now, your charisma score is as a squirrel. Oh, no, as you. Your intelligence, wisdom, and charisma are you. So, a performance check from your character, please.
Okay, I
have
think
notes
I
and
have
I'm
a
watching
12.
just in case. I'm keeping
Yeah,
lookout for the character, even though I'm pretending that I really don't like this character, but still, I'm gonna make sure that nothing bad comes,
that's fine.
just in case something bad does come.
Oh man, I just look like a cracked out squirrel. I rolled a 5. What's wrong with this
um,
guy? Is this squirrel okay? Like, is it supposed to be doing that? Like, what the hell? Like, now they're just watching the squirrel fucking around. It's like, what is this thing? Like, why? Well, what is this thing doing? They're just drinking, sitting around their campfire, going like, "Guys, check this out! Look at this retarded thing. It's like, getting to test stuff. Like, what is this? Like, what? That's not how you're supposed to do that." And they're yelling at a squirrel because it's being stupid. That's
Well,
how.
then again, how much do devils know about squirrels?
yeah,
That
I had them roll stuff at disadvantage. So you're okay. Like you're doing a really bad job as a squirrel. Uh, you know, but on the flip side, like they just don't care, right? So you notice they're too much into just being general, assholes to each other. And during the night, they do put up some shifts as some folks rest, right? And even at night, they don't really seem to notice you that much. And to someone's point who just talked a second ago, right? They don't give two hoots about squirrels. They don't even know what the hell a squirrel is for the most part. They don't have squirrels in hell. So, I mean, I guess they have evil squirrels, but they don't know how they
they
behave
will.
in the wild. So, yeah, they don't even really take notice. I'll say that as you're watching, I'll let you do it. Roll a D3 or a D100, whatever you want. I don't care. Well, it's basically a 1/3 chance. So you can either roll a D100 or you can roll, a
Roll a
D6 or
D103.
D103.
I see
I
slightly
rolled the
rolled
one on
one.
the 1d3.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know what that means, but it's a 1. I'm number
Oh,
1. I did it.
you did a 1. That's fine. So I'll say that you notice as the leader goes to bed for the night that goes into this tent over here, the bigger tent to the northeast ish. That I am clicking on and pinging, but the map's so big, who knows if you see it. That's where the leader goes to rest, and the other devils, they go in various tents, but they do have I'd say maybe 4 to 5 various devils watching on various shifts because, they're
Okay,
devils.
important question time. Is there anybody like guarding, like watching a specific tent like all the time? Is there like one person always guarding a tent, or is it just like once night comes, it's like they all go to bed and no one's like guarding the tents, they're just guarding the perimeter?
They're pretty much guarding the perimeter. I'll also say that you notice that this tent over here is seems to be where the devils get food. So they go in there and they come out with whatever devils happen to eat. Burnt hot dogs. I don't know, but there you go.
Cool.
Ah,
We could
ah.
poison them.
So it's either the southern tent or if the general has the prisoner in his tent.
Wouldn't that be kinky?
Yeah, I don't want to. I don't want to know. I don't want to even think about what a devil might do.
What wouldn't the devil do? Know what I mean?
Well, it's better to do the double ditch now.
Yeah, dang it, you beat me to it.
Hmm. All right, so what tent do you guys want? Because she's going full blown squirrel mode when we go sneaking in. And what time do you want to do it? Because she'll tell you about the times for the guards. And, like, they're all partying pretty hard during the day all the time, right? So it's like they're a little bit more loose and not aware, but they do have perimeter guards during the nighttime, just not during the day, right?
Yeah. So if we go about, like, say, an hour before sunset, is they're gonna be worn out, they're gonna be tired, they're maybe a little drunk, but not have the guards out yet.
Oh, dude, I love it. This is why I ask questions to the party.
Okay.
I like it. Let's go.
So yeah, I guess
So this tent here seems to be a good possibility. And there's always Plan B, which is murder everyone.
There you go.
yep.
That's
There you
me.
go.
Yeah, that's B. It's a lot of work, and I'm kind of lazy, so.
Okay, that's fair. So you're just to make sure I've got this right. I get the idea that you're going to start moving around dusk or whenever the party starts to break up. I'm not saying they're going to bed at dusk, so it might be closer to sometime during the mid evening or something like that. Yeah, there you go. So are you going to be sneaking around while the games are going on, or you're saying you're going to sneak around while people are retreating to their tents and the guards are going to come out?
I
I
will
think,
use. Sorry, go
yeah,
ahead.
I think it'd probably be better to do it towards the end while the games are still going on, though.
The longer we wait, the more dangerous it is that the other group is. But I like the idea of towards the end, but I just want to make sure we don't get too close to. Instead of fighting 13 devils, fighting like 50 of them.
Yeah,
This
well,
is only day 2 of the 3.
yeah, theoretically they're not due until at least the next morning, at the earliest.
Eh. Nervous about their travel time.
Okay,
Yeah, so let's do it.
let's do it. Do it. All right.
Roll the
So
dice.
who is going to? Last I heard, there was like 2 people going to this tent, and this 2 people going to the burnt hot dog tent. So
I think we should
Yeah.
stay together.
Yeah. There's no need to go to the hot dog tent.
okay, so you're all going to go to the first tent.
No, yeah, not unless they're making the prisoner cook their meals.
They are, as far as you know, they are not. But you do see that the devils sometimes bring some food to that tent, but it is, I'll say it's more of like I don't know. It's not burnt hot dogs, right? Maybe it's some fruit or other things like that, like not necessarily meat.
Ooh, she likes fruit. She'll transform into a squirrel and go check that out.
All right. Is the squirrel going on ahead, or you all moving together?
I think we may have just lost this girl. She's off on her own now.
Yeah, she saw
She,
fruit and she was off. I
she
I didn't
failed
need to do
failed, failed,
anything
H,
over.
failed the ADHD roll.
Yeah,
Give me a
that was
stealth.
not bad.
Give me a stealth check with advantage there, Mr. Squirrel, using squirrel stats.
I'm pretty sure it's a +4.
Okay. Well, you're pretty small, and no one really cares. So, Daffodil Squirrel, you head on over to the tent here, and as you get close, you hear and smell, um, some horses that are being, in the tent.
Ooh, a horsey. Sweet. She's gonna go in there. And can I cast Speak with Animals while I'm in animal form as a squirrel?
No.
Damn. And then if I untransform, I have to wait until my next rest to retransform, right?
Yep.
I'm gonna do it once between rests.
But you got 2 hours.
Yeah, but if I want to talk to the horsies, maybe they know what's up. Maybe I could befriend the horses, let them out. Boom, there's a distraction.
I guess you gotta
Befriend
check
my
your
friend.
ADHD to see whether or not you stay in squirrel form or not.
We could also just let them out without befriending them.
Oh yeah, causing a stampede.
Yeah, sounds great to me.
Actually, Mr. Alchemist, this might be a good tent to set fire and. Well, no, because that'd draw attention to here.
Don't have to tell me twice.
Yeah, put that away. That would make them. We could set fire to this tent when we're elsewhere, so that they look over here and then try and catch the horses that are trying to run away.
I'm just saying, there's 3 tents. I've got 5 alchemist fire.
Yeah, I know, Mr. I understand pyromania. Just wait till we're elsewhere.
You know what I was designing this character? I wasn't thinking pyromaniac, but I think it's going to be plan.
The rest of you are sneaking over to that tent. Phalar, are you going to the tent?
I'm hanging out here with everybody.
Sure. Just everyone make a stealth check. Smiley, you don't have to, but everyone else make a stealth check, please.
Would I have a chance to put guidance on everybody?
Can you have guidance on one person at once?
It's not concentration.
For this one, sure, you can. They don't seem like they need it anyway.
Oh, I might.
Well, you can definitely give it to yourself if you think you need it. Huh?
Oh, look at that. I didn't even roll the guidance.
Roll it just for kicks. Just give me the D4, right? Yeah, there you go. Well, they rolled very well, but you all rolled better, so good job. And that was even a disadvantage on their part. So, you see some close calls. You see them go maybe pass by the tent. Maybe they're coming to get some food or what have you. And but they don't notice you. You snuck behind the tent very well. So I'm almost afraid to ask, what are you doing with the horsies and the fire bombs and such?
Nothing yet.
Not lighting the horses off. First, she sees how calm the horses and stuff like that are. If they're treated well, they maybe nibble on some fruit, and then see if they'd let the squirrel version of her pet them, and see if they're nice horsies, or if they're the horses that are going to try to eat a squirrel.
Plot twist. They're hell horses. Ha 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 ha.
Squirrels that are already wild shaped into horse, so they can only speak squirrel.
The horses don't really seem to care that you're there. They seem perfectly content to sit here, eat their oats or fruit or whatever else they're given, and they're not put off at all, or don't seem mistreated like any other horse. In fact, you would say these are more like war horses as opposed to like, starving beasts of burden. So yeah, they have some value to them,
Are these?
to these guys.
I'm making a guess. Are these like the big bosses, like personal war horses?
Uh, could be his.
Because is there only like the two of them in there, or is there more than the two?
There are three.
Three. Oh, okay. I misheard you.
No worries.
Cool.
Who knows what I
For
said?
like
That was
just
5 minutes
higher
ago.
up.
All right. Well, either way, that's not it. So.
Yeah. She comes out because now that you guys are at the tent, she'll like come out through like one of the underneath flaps or whatever the hell, however she got in, and then you guys see her all excited, but without saying a word because I don't think she could talk. Can she talk as an animal?
No,
I
not at
know,
this
but it's going to
level.
be more fun. Yeah, that's what I thought. So you're gonna have to decipher her charades of like riding a horse. So just picture her like, making a cowboy noise or movements with the lasso and everything and like flipping her in half, like yeehaw, and like galloping and like but like it's a squirrel doing chores
Make
for you guys.
make another performance check.
Huzzah! 17.
Yeah, if you
I
guys
like
want to
animal
roll,
handling. That's a good
if
idea.
if you want to roll, guys, to see how well you decipher Smiley's whatever, but
Called
she
animal handling.
rolled
I don't
she
know if
rolled
that's
pretty
the
well.
thing.
Well, she rolled a 15 or 17, whatever that was in there. So, I'll say as long as you roll underneath that, you're fine. Which is a good thing I said that because you all rolled like crap.
I already have my dagger out and halfway reached to cut a hole in the wall, and like, oh, what?
I'll say Daffodil, does a very good job of impersonating a horse. And it takes you guys maybe a couple seconds to catch on, but then you're like, oh, horse, yeah, I got you, and that's fine.
All right.
Yes,
Next hint.
World Daffodil would just be your forward scout, and she'll roam to the next tent and do the same thing before you guys get there.
Yeah, and then we want to go way back away from the tent before we circle around.
Yeah, and to be honest, there's only about 10, 15 feet between the two tents here. So there's not a whole heck of a lot of space where they could potentially see you. So I'll say that you don't really have any problems sneaking to that tent because they're both so big and so forth. And it is basically the food hall, right? Inside, there's some poor demon who's slaving away their burnt hot dogs or what have you. Doing their thing.
Hey, pharmacist, got any poison?
I do. If you're gonna dump it in, though, grab some for me before you go. I'm curious what they eat.
A couple of little furry,
I'm reminded of the.
I'm
I'm reminded of the poisoning the wine scene from Baldur's Gate.
There you go.
So I got. I do actually have 10 vials.
Really? Did you say 10?
I have 10. It comes in my alchemist tools.
That's fucking awesome.
Do you want? And the funny part is, my book of alchemy formulas, I can make more at half the cost.
Yes, you can.
Bitchin'.
Well then, new plan.
So,
Poison dinner, and then
What level of poison are we looking for? Are we having them just all go over to the shit pile after this, or are we looking for straight death? Like, I mean,
Well, the probably not straight death because they might be giving this food to the prisoner.
I'll say,
yeah, let's go with the shit pile version.
kidding aside about the burnt hot dogs, um, you, you know, Daffodil Squirrel. I mean, you see in this thing like, you know, maybe some flesh of other beings, some maybe larvae, other relatively disgusting stuff, and kind of like a weird greenish brew. uh, Picture Conan the Barbarian from that scene if you want.
okay, so very clearly this is for the demons, the
Yes.
devils. Okay.
Could still be psychological torture to feed that to the prisoner, but yeah, he could also refuse to eat it. So
There you go.
How much do I need to poison an entire camp?
the answer is all of it.
Once
There's-
applied, the poison retains potency for 1 minute before drying.
Oh,
But this is already in a
that-
liquid thing, so a creature hit by by a poison weapon. Oh, okay, that's if I apply it to a weapon.
Yeah.
Just remember, there's no kill like overkill.
Right. Yeah.
Something my sensei said all the time. I'll never forget one time, myself and my two kids, we're doing karate together, and we're learning this one kata, on the advanced side, towards the end of our time there, that we had to learn, and we're going through it, and at one point, like, you end up like driving them down like to their knees, and then as part of it you kind of break their neck, and then you end up doing another move that's supposed to possibly break their clavicles, and then as you're stepping out you step on the back of their foot ankle area to try and break that ankle or something like that. And we're like, wait a second, 3 moves ago we killed the person. Why are we bothering to break more bones? He's dead. And it was kind of the same answer. It's like, yeah, well, overkill is always good. You never know if a certain move is going to work or not. And it's like, okay, fair enough. But it still seemed rather ridiculous at the time.
You might be preparing for them to be undead.
There you go.
That's crawling pace, not running.
Yeah.
Well, Squirrel was in the horse area. Could she have checked if the gates to the horse pen were locked or anything? Or they were just sitting in the
They're
tent?
tied up. They're like tied, their bridle is tied up by the trough.
Okay.
So, yeah, you could just release them if you so wanted.
Or we can ride them home.
Oh, I'm thinking we have a new set of horses.
That's what I'm saying.
How much chaos and how much can you steal from these devils?
Everyone in camp.
I mean, there's 4 of us, but well, he's small.
Yeah, we can fit. I can fit her on the back of my brand new war horse. I should call you Ferrari.
Well, we gotta account for the 5th person because we have to leave with someone else.
Well, no,
or whatever remains of it.
We're talking about for the future. Anyways,
fair.
Is it possible to do a little something here?
Can we poison them?
Because I'm not above. I for one am not above fighting dirty.
Yeah, we can't possibly make the food taste any worse with adding the poison. With anything, it might
Hell,
make it taste better.
Doing a service.
new
Really.
new additive to dinner.
So you're going to
And now
try
I
and
really
sneak the
wish that
poison
I
in?
made
What
a
are we doing?
druid bomb.
We're trying to apply the poison to the food.
Yeah, you would just dump it in that bubbling vat of green stuff, right?
Yeah, like, does everyone get like the same tray of slop with like a bunch of different varieties of stuff? Or is it like they go in like a buffet and they pick what they want?
We'll say it's mostly the same thing of slop. They've been on the road for a little while now, and they're getting kind of low-ish on provisions, right? Or at least we'll call it
Well,
hellion provisions or hellish provisions. So yeah, I mean they're all getting the same slop. So if you want to try and probably we'll say you're already kind of in there. If you want to try and either give me a stealth or a sleight of hand, it's the same dexterity roll probably. But if I don't know if squirrels are necessarily proficient in one or the other,
and they're definitely
probably
proficient in stealth, so I'm going to keep doing that.
go with the stealth then.
What's for dinner tonight? Villager stew again?
Oh, would I be able to use some guidance there, good friend, for this nefarious little deed? This mischievous little moment?
I don't see why I couldn't tap you on the back and wish you good luck.
Gentle pet to the squirrel.
Yay, head pads. I love head pads. Tail flaps around.
Knock him dead, little one. But I'm
Oh, okay. So the guidance didn't work. I'm going to roll the guidance.
Oh, actually, you didn't. Go ahead. Well, you get 2, 7. And are you? Yeah, that's fine. So a 9. 1 second here. Now I actually got to roll. Perception. Do 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 do. Sure. Well, all I can say is he rolled a 7. It's a good thing you had that guidance. You outrolled him. So
if anything, just almost spot like the tuft of fur as like I'm either finishing or hiding or something like that. You know what I mean?
that's right.
Like just about spots me.
Right. He turns to your direction as you step out of the underneath the tent, and he kind of looks around like he just missed something, and he kind of shakes his head and goes back to cooking. So how much poison did you try to dump in there? Are you dumping like 10 vials?
He's still a squirrel.
She's still a squirrel.
The most you can get is 2 vials.
I would agree.
Yeah, that's two or three or something like that. Yeah, because I can't fit them in.
We'll say 2.
Okay.
Right, I can't imagine it'd be any more than 2, but we'll say 2 for the sake of brevity.
So you throw 2 off of my list.
You could take 2 off of your list. Are you going to attempt to do more than 2, or?
I was just about to ask the same question to the party, DM. Do you guys want to give it another attempt? Like, she's willing. She just thinks this is a fun game.
It's a game.
Like,
avoid the big ugly person.
And add this tasty flavor to their soup. Okay, I could do that. That's how you guys convinced her of this. It's just like, oh, they need something more tasty in there. Add this to that. Okay, don't be spotted now. Okay, I could not be seen. She thinks she's the best at not being seen. She thinks she's the best at being an animal. But as you guys seen from her performances earlier, she thinks very highly of herself.
I am so envisioning Ratatouille right now.
I was thinking over the hedge.
Yes, that squirrel. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, the coffee squirrel. Yep.
Oh, yeah. No. You
Oh,
don't need coffee. You definitely don't need an energy drink.
Give me another spin there, Smiley. With guidance, if
Yeah.
I assume it's
Oh,
still
yeah.
being guided.
Oh yeah, it's a cantrip. Why wouldn't I?
I gotta find that one clip about cantrips later.
That's much better.
That is much better. And they actually spun worse. So you guys are just absolutely kids. What do you got here? Oh, that was the first one, right? So 23. So 20, 25. You did that so well, I'll even let you throw in another vial because you just sneak back, grab another one from the pharmacist and chuck it in there if he lets you.
All right,
So that's
total
5.
That worked for me.
We could probably
do you
call that
want to
good
keep
for
it
now.
up there, team? Yeah. Okay. All right. She's like, yeah, I did so well. No one even saw me, not even a hair. Ugh. She's doing that in her brain though, but like all you guys hear is squeaking, just like little excited squirrel chirps. It's like, hey, quiet down. Quiet, 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 quiet.
Go
Yeah.
check out the next tent.
So, yeah, during as things are going on, right? Because you're doing this towards the end of the night. So, yeah, they're still coming in every now and then and grabbing a little more food. So they're coming in and out. Did you say you were going to the next tent?
Yeah, we do not want to be back here when the evening starts and they all come in all at once and get dinner.
So you're going to try and go up here to the north somewhere. So you're going to kind of circle around.
Yeah, presumably. Yeah, circle way out and around off the map.
If you guys want, she could be a distraction and do some like weird, silly squirrel shit in the middle of the camp to get them to look at her to help you guys get to the other tent. Or it's up to you because she's probably she's more than able to dart from the little tents all the way to the big tent.
Yeah, but if you draw too much attention, one of them might try to squish you just because you're there. They are evil after all, and that would kind of ruin the game.
Fair.
Because it is a game to you.
It's all a game to her, yeah.
And
she doesn't even know what money's in, but she needs it to eat.
As a side note, I think I pasted it a couple of weeks ago somewhere. I forget who's in the chat between the two of us, or I think it was, but whatever. Just keep in mind that Druid's wild shape is no longer like an endless supply of hit points. Not that squirrels have a lot of hit points to begin with, but that being said, it was definitely nerfed between 5e and Tales of the Valiant, and I believe 5.5e for that matter. Right.
Yeah, doesn't it work? Like whatever health I lose from being in beast form once I get knocked out is actually taken off of my actual HP pool instead of a whole different pool, right?
Well, that was always... Well, I don't know about 5.5e. I can't comment that. In 5e, it was just like... It was like another pool of hit points for you. And then any additional damage that you took beyond how many hit points the creature had would go to you. And that's exactly. Still true here. But in this version, you just get hit points based on your size of the creature. So for a tiny creature, regardless of what hell tiny creature you pick, you get 2 hit points plus your proficiency bonus. So your squirrel has basically...
If I pick like one of those itty-bitty
yeah. But that's regardless of level, pretty much, right? So even a medium creature, you only get, 12 hit points plus your proficiency bonus. For any medium creature that you pick is just roughly 14 hit points, and it only goes up one at a time. So, so it doesn't really scale up very well by level. So, just FYI.
I gotcha.
No more. No more I shapeshift into a bear and oh look, that gives me effectively 35 temporary hit points.
Right. Every druid is hunting, looking for T-Rexes at some point so that they can transform. Because they're considered
Right.
beasts, right? Not monsters. But anyway, all right, good. So you're sneaking over to the next tent. You're moving around. You know, give me your group stealth check, and Smiley, you can make yours with advantage, please. Whoop! I got carried away there.
Is this are we considered camouflaged in nature? Because then I have advantage on the check.
Oh, because you're a which ability is
Elf.
that? Elf. Sure. Give yourself advantage. I don't. You're camouflaged enough. Sure. You're sneaking around in nature. I'll go with it.
Chance failed.
Ah.
Big surprise. I'm back to the low dice rolls. Hopefully, we're far enough away that it's not a big deal.
That's 2, 3. Yeah, you're probably fine. So it was a group stealth check. So one failure ain't gonna kill you. Sure. You certainly are able to sneak to that small tent and then make your way easier to the next tent. In the meantime, as you're going here, you overhear some of the demons, talking to one another and saying, "Wow, what did Chef put into that food? This is the best stuff we've eaten in a while. That was really spicy." Burp. Yeah, good stuff. We got to compliment him. Whatever he did, it was perfect. And then you've pretty much learned that devils are immune to poison in the poison condition.
Oh well.
We did not use all of it.
And you made some devils very happy. They really enjoyed their meal.
Hey, if nothing else,
Cool.
it's still a distraction because they're focusing on that 10 seconds.
That's right. They are focused on the food.
I like it. So, I think, do you guys want to use the horses to get away? Because if once we find them and free them, I could probably sneak by as a Dappy Squirrel and release the horses and
Well-
ride them to you guys.
If the prisoner is here, we're right next to the portal. We should just make
Yeah, I
a
think-
run for the portal.
But I like the idea of having the horses run to portal.
Yeah,
I mean, the
and if-
portal
if-
from
if-
where you are is roughly 50 to 60 foot away, depending on if you're doing the big tent. The big tent, you could see if you go from here, it'd be about, 40 feet, give or take. So that's like one double move. Like, since you snuck here, you could, assuming the guy is here and whatever else is going on, you can pretty much get to the portal in one double move, right? And using your key is a free action, so you can run to the portal, throw the key in, and just go.
Yeah, so let's
Like,
get it.
quiet.
Yeah, first off, let's just get into the tent and see if he's there.
So
Sure.
there's no flap or door on there or anything this side.
Not on the backside. No, it's facing the
I
camp.
do have a knife.
Yeah,
You could use a
It is all-
knife.
it's a tent. There's a door everywhere. Your knife says there's one.
There you go. And there's the squirrel too, but however you want to do it. But yeah,
Yeah,
are you
I
gonna?
would defer to the squirrel first. If they would like to run around the front where all the demons are, we just want to make a new door that we might be able to sneak out of afterwards as well.
Usually she just finds a loose flap at the bottom.
That'll work for me.
So where it's not very tight or anything like that, and she just squeezes her little body in there.
Sure.
If she needs, dig a little hole.
Yep. So as it's no problem. You're a small creature that can squeeze pretty well. Yeah, you go in. The tent inside is definitely, we'll say, brighter both outside and inside in the other tents that you've been in. And, you see in one part of the tent away from, where the leader would sleep, you do see the person you're looking for, right? I'll even give you a picture of him here. He is covered in cuts and bruises and shackled inside a locked metal cage. But he is there. You see dry blood that's crusting around their ears and lip. And, the person is kind of quiet and just kind of like relaxing and saying some quiet prayers to himself to potentially get him out of this, right?
And is he the only one in the tent right now?
What's that? I got a couple questions there. Fudge. Say it again.
Go ahead, Smiley.
Okay, I was asking if he's the only one in the tent.
For right now, yes, it is the leader's tent, and the leader is outside enjoying the stew and watching whatever games are going on. So let's see. Boop-a-doop-a-doo.
Okay,
I'm just checking it out here.
You go ahead and say what you were about to say, and then after you, I'm gonna pantomime another thing for our little trapped angelic friend.
I was gonna say we could just take him cage and all, and then worry about getting him out of the cage later.
There's also a chest in the room as well, along with the other possessions, his bed and so forth. But you would gather that whatever the devil leader is carrying, whatever it might be, probably in the chest.
Yeah. First thing first. We need to know he's in there.
Yeah. She's gonna see him praying and get all excited and stuff like that. Like, oh yeah, sweet, found him. Ooh, and like scurry up to him and like into the cage and like at his feet and just start like waving and like, hi, here, Willis, me, you, and like pantomime like, she's trying to say that here to save you or here to help, friends outside.
Yeah, but aren't you a little short for Stormtrooper?
And I'm going to say, just, on the side, that, clearly the dude looks exhausted. How exhausted? I don't know. But using keywords here, they look exhausted. Because they just been
the
beaten
9 was
to
for
crap.
The compromise saying like, we're here to help, and that's what the 9 roll was for.
Oh, you're trying to meme to the prisoner?
Yeah.
Okay. Sure.
And maybe try to like say it at the same time, but like only talk and squirrel, like chirp, chirp, chitter, 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 chitter. Here to help. We're gonna free you. We'll be back in a minute. Just like, stay here, be safe. Chirp, 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 chirp. Looks at him and runs out.
Okay.
But first, she's gonna wait for a reaction.
Yeah, they look at you, and I'm not saying he totally gets what's going on. He kind of looks a quizzical look, but clearly you are not a normal squirrel, and he understands, or they understand at some level, that something is is gonna go down here, whatever it might be.
Cool. So she's kind of like on her way out, pats one of his toes on his boot, gives him a thumbs up and a smile, and like squeaks and like scurries back out and tells everyone that's waiting outside the back of the tent that yeah, he's in there and got the chest. So I guess she's going to be really excited and forget she's a squirrel. So she's going to try to like talk to you guys again and do the thing and be like, yeah, he in there and like waving his arms and like, yeah, 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 all victory style. And then like in there, like pointing at it frantically in there and then try to be like shackled by like bringing her arms together, then pulling them apart, but stopping like something's forcing them from separating type deal. Same with her feet. And then she's gonna like put a box around her, and then you're literally just gonna get a squirrel miming, I'm in a box.
Living in a box.
Any of this? You understand any of this?
Honestly,
Because he rolled a 9, right? Oh, that was for the prisoner, right?
If you want me to re-roll for the group too, I can. I'm just gonna go roll too because it's.
I was gonna let it go, but Chance really seems like he wants to spend something. So, yeah,
I don't even know what you were saying, Jens.
feel free to do a performance check just for the fun of it.
Yeah, that one's a lot better. 14.
Okay. Yeah, I mean you guys definitely get the gist that the guy is in there and is clearly restrained in some way. How much more you want to read into that, I'll say you can decide based on what you rolled.
Well, let's just let's make our own door, and then it won't be anything up to question anymore.
Do we want to create a distraction with the horses as we use him and just run to the? Because we're just gonna sprint to the portal from here. But do we still want the horses to be a distraction?
Maybe one of us keep watching if anybody starts coming this way, like light her up, Mr. Pharmacist.
Yes, absolutely.
Fire in the hole if they look like they're coming this way.
I don't know how much they're going to be bothered by the fire after not being bothered.
They might be bothered. They might be bothered if their delicious dinner looks like it's going to be destroyed by fire.
Yeah. If you light the cafeteria up on fire, that'll be a big distraction too. So we could release 2 distractions, kind of like at the same time.
And I might not be the best at it, but I do have lockpicks and know how to use them.
Sweet.
So you're similarly have lockpicks, but I figure you're probably better at it.
So you two are the crew that go inside, and then which one of us wants to keep watch? Because I could probably go sneak back into the horses, talk them into like helping us or like causing a distraction. Just like, you guys look tired. You look all like pent up and like you need to go like work up. You've been in here for far too long. Like, go have some fun, guys. Like, just like go.
And you're going to mime that through Scroll?
Oh no, she's going to transform back into a halfling and actually speak animal or cast animal, speak with animals and like talk to them and be like, yeah, I saw you earlier and like you guys look like you're pretty bored and pent up. You've been in here for just like tied up for a little while. Like, do you want to get some fresh air? Like, I'll totally let you guys out if you just want to like cause a little bit of a mess out there. Just like go, just go have fun. Just make a show.
There on the other side is a whole bunch of carrots and hay.
So Daffodil goes back into the tent and tells the horsies this.
We're kind of figuring
Yeah,
out the
well-
plan right now.
Oh, you figure out the plan.
Yeah.
I'm going to refill my drink, and you can figure out your plan. Give me like 2 minutes. Just walking across the room here.
So as you guys do all the other tent stuff and like get him out and like see if we can open up that tents and stuff, should Daffodil go fuck around with the horses, or should I just stay with you guys and just we all make the run for it?
I'd feel better if you stayed here.
Yeah, because he can light up the tent at range, so he could still be close to us. But for you to have to do that, you would literally be on the opposite side of the camp.
True, true. But I could ride one of the horses close to you. I could get them to drop me off at the portal first.
But that's leading the demons towards us.
Well, okay, one will like get them all distracted, and then the other one will run to the portal first, like after you guys something. But like, yeah, no, that's. I just wanted to release the horses because I thought it was going to be fun.
I was thinking about stealing horses because I thought it'd be fun and valuable to this party later on.
Oh yeah, I'd love to steal the horses, but I don't know if it's viable.
Yeah, that's where I'm kind of like I just did a quick measurement.
More
I'm like,
risk,
okay, I have
reward,
two. What was that?
More risk, less reward.
Yeah, that's definitely not a good turnover for risk and reward, right? Not a great return on that one. I don't.
And hey,
Yes.
I'm a gambler, but I don't know. That's long odds.
You're playing the odds, right? And the odds are
Yeah,
not in your favor.
if I had an instant transform back into squirrel, I'd go do it because then I could get back here no problem, or get to the portal no problem type deal. But like, if I like the halfling, she's not proficient in stealth at all. Like she's got good like not good dex, but she's got dex. So like, I don't know. She's not quick.
Fucking 125 feet. Like I did the measurement earlier, trying to figure out
You did?
uh,
Okay.
what Misty Step would be and how many
So
times.
that's like that's almost triple, like yeah, of what you guys have to run already, because it's only 50 feet from you guys. Or from us now.
Yeah, and he only has to be like right here behind this tent to hit
Mhm.
to hit the kitchen with alchemical fire.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
All right.
I mean it's a gigantic freaking tent. You can't be hard to miss.
He's gonna get you to
Hey,
roll a throw. So yeah, I'm letting
it's
you know.
still a ranged attack at that point.
Yeah, still ready to
Yeah.
attack, but with a splash weapon.
On that note, I could also give that alchemical fire to anybody in the party and they can throw it. Anybody got a good
true.
throw?
True, if somebody
Picture
has
a
bigger strength.
halfling riding around on a horse, tossing alchemist fire everywhere on all the tents as they run by. How much
And
of a
all the demons
distraction?
like, now it's a party, guys. I'm enjoying this.
Anyways,
Yeah, I think we go in, we unlock the prisoner, and uh, I know it's not as fun, but I think we head out and with our lives.
Yeah, I just had a picture of like a squirrel riding on top of like a horse's head as we like gallop around going, yes, charge my steed. Like it's gonna happen at one point through this campaign. There's gonna be a
I'm gonna tell
squirrel
you right now,
something majestic.
if anything goes sideways on this thing, I'm rather certain I'm going back to try to ride my way through that portal. So me and Smiley are rushing for the horses to ride back.
That's if that's exit plan C.
all right. Well, let's continue with Plan A and hope. I mean,
Wait,
take the
what are
chance.
we back to Plan A? We're not killing everybody.
No, that
Plan
was
B is killing
that's
everybody.
Plan
Oh, that's right.
B. Stealing horses and absolute mayhem is C.
For chaos. The C
Plan
stands for
chaos.
Exactly, C for chaos. Which hey, the gambler part of me doesn't mind a little chaos.
There's still 23 more letters, guys. Let's go.
Yeah, this sounds like just out of the Dungeons and Dragons movie. Plan B is bad. All right, so
Cut the tent open.
cut the tent open. Everybody is at the tent, and you are cutting the tent open. No problem. So
Ellie's already going the other direction.
if someone's going in some other direction, feel free to speak up. So yeah, you have this guy is locked in a cage and is in manacles in the cage. So you can you could try to break the cage, or you could
Don't you
try
detect
to
magic first?
pick the lock. And you can detect magic if you want to detect magic. Is someone
I
detecting
want to see
magic?
if there's any. I'm looking for anything that's going to be like a magical trap that's going to signal big boss man on
I
either
actually want to
the
search to see
cage
if I can
or the
find the key.
chest. What was that?
I want to search to see if I can find the keys.
Which is also why I want to check, because I'm thinking the keys are in that crate or chest or whatever it is, and I do not want us to like alarm him or something.
I gotcha. So you want to like detect magic on the room to see if there's like any alarms or traps out there, and if there is, don't touch anything, and then try to find keys. I think the keys might be in his persons.
I think so too, but you got to
It's
check.
worth a look. Yeah, yeah, it's always worth a look. Could be
Yeah,
sloppy
and
and
I'm
like
also expecting I'm leaving with that chest of whatever valuables he has, even if it's like
Oh yeah.
your
Oh yeah. Well,
stuff.
it's the dude's gear among other things.
yeah.
All right, so I don't know why it gave me, or I guess yeah, I can detect anything with intent. I think that's what that range is for some reason.
Mhm.
Um,
I think
yeah.
it's within 30 feet of you.
Yeah, you sense the presence of magic within 30 feet. If you sense magic in this way, you can use your action to see a faint aura around any visible creature or object in the area that bears magic. And you
And
learn
doesn't
its
that?
school of magic, if
Yeah.
any.
Sweet. Yeah. That,
The
that's
spell
one
can
of my
penetrate
favorite.
more sparrows, but is blocked by 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal, and 1 thin sheet of lead or 3 feet of dirt and wood. Great. And also, you are looking for a key. So, 19, pretty good. Key is not in the room that you can find. Um,
I don't think I
pharmacist,
rolled a 19.
what's that?
I don't think I rolled a 19.
No, that was for Phalar. I assume she
Okay.
is key hunting.
Yes.
Yes, yes, she does not find the key. Not
No
in the room that you
abjuration
can
magic or
find.
whatever it's called here.
And
As
I'm just preparing for the go ahead for magic traps to start picking the lock.
Can I role play coming into the tent for a second?
1 second. So, pharmacist, you do detect magic in the chest, but you can't see its aura or see save an aura invisible creature. And
The
you
chest
learn
that's
its
magical is
school
something in
of
the chest.
magic, if any. So,
Is it still abjuration magic here in the protection stuff? Because that's what I'm concerned about. Anything else I'm gonna steal.
yeah, there's you don't see any glyphs or anything like that, right? You can use your action to. How do they describe it? You
It was
use
the action to tell
your.
what school of magic it's in, and that's where my question
Oh, okay,
is
gotcha,
the
gotcha,
school
gotcha, gotcha, gotcha,
protection.
gotcha, gotcha. So you're gonna make me look this up. All right, hold on 1 second. Um,
I effectively, if you want to save yourself time, I'm only looking to see going to be a protection spell that he would have cast to alarm him if it was taken or something like that.
fair
That's it.
enough.
If it's not that, we can move forward.
You detect conjuration magic.
Okay. So I'm
Okay.
stealing that. All of that.
All right. Well, it's in the chest.
I was planning on stealing the chest. How big is the chest? Is it like a small coffer or is it like a big chest?
Let me see what it says. It's like, how the hell the freaking lock? We're just gonna take it. Yada yada
Hey,
yada.
Open it later.
That's what I'm thinking.
We're in a hurry here.
It's gonna let out like a huge creak that everybody can hear.
Yeah, I mean it's probably like 3 to. It doesn't say, but I will say it's a small chest. It's like maybe 3 foot tops.
All right, like the locker.
Yeah, like you
Okay.
could pick it up.
Yeah, we
It's
can
not.
take the whole thing.
Yeah, you could take the whole thing. I mean, you are.
2 people together could probably
Yeah,
carry
you're
it
not.
easily.
Yeah, you're fairly encumbered, but you got you can grab it and go, but you're not helping with the prisoner. I'll just put it that way. So that's that. Smiley, what
Sorry,
are
guys.
you role playing? Because I blew you off. What's up?
It's all right. No, you were dealing with like logistics and stuff, so that's cool. I just wanted to like, as the squirrel, like kind of pop in under the tent first and like come chittering up to the guy all proud and stuff, and like making like big muscle arms, like yeah, I did it. We're good. Watch, and then like points to the back of the tent as like they start cutting through it nice and slow, and then the team comes in, and then the squirrel goes and like just like curls up around the guy's like shoulders.
Okay, he gives you like a he's very weak, but gives you a small smile.
She kind of like bans him and like with their tail as she's like wrapped around his shoulders and like kind of cools him off and like tickles his nose at the same time, and like she doesn't realize she's doing it because she's just happy and excited that she did a good job, and so her tail's just kind of like in his face, kind of bothering him.
Okay. And I think somewhere in there, Chance, you were going to try to lockpick?
Yeah, as soon as they say it is all clear, there's nothing going to blow up when I set foot in there. I would try to open the locks.
Use your thieves' tools and whatever bonus you get with them.
And guidance, of course. Oh, no, I all it is just standard roll.
Oh, okay. You're not proficient or anything like that?
Oh, no, I'm proficient, but I don't like
Gotcha.
like my last character had double proficiency.
Gotcha.
But hey, look, it's a nat 20, so with plus guidance. So
there you go. So, yep, you pick the lock, no problem. So now the dude is in manacles. If you want to try to get them off as well, you can.
Start with the feet. Do the feet first because, well, your hands manacled, you can still run.
Sure, I'm not going to make you roll for both. So just pick one
like
of them.
how you think logistically like that though, Nat. Like every time, that's fucking yeah.
No, that's good. I mean, I had to do that once for an adventure I was on when I had to rescue some folks. Yep, you're doing well with your lock picks. He is free. You pick the locks off him, and this person, you slowly will say he gets out. Maybe you help him a little bit to get out of the cage without making much noise. You pretty much gather that this guy, let's look at the conditions. This guy is pretty much moving at half speed, so he's not going to be able to run and keep up with you.
Well,
right, even at double speed, right? He's not going to quite get to the thing in one move.
So if someone helps him, can that make his speed faster but slow down their double speed?
Oh, we're getting a path here, huh?
Yeah, and I was going to ask him if a potion, with healing potion, would it help any, or are you just exhausted?
Exhausted, he said earlier.
He is exhausted, so you would have to be able to cure multiple levels of the exhausted condition.
Yep. No, any clerics in the house? No. Okay, didn't think so. Let's help him walk, and
Yeah, cure wounds doesn't work for exhaustion, right?
Nope.
No, I didn't think so.
That's lesser restoration.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah.
But if you guys want another distraction other than Alchemist Fire, we could lay down a second one, and I could summon those little ghosts, like those little face spirit animal thingies that blow up.
Yeah, Phalar, grab one shoulder. I'll grab the other one. Farmus.
Yeah, Let's just
Yeah.
carry this guy out.
Yeah, pharmacist, cover us with alchemifier or whatever.
And
And
who's grabbing,
Smiley Scout.
okay, who's grabbing the chest?
Oh, I don't know. I forgot about it.
Is
I thought the pharmacist
strong enough?
was grabbing the chest. They seemed very.
Well, we know that part.
All right,
you strong
all right,
enough to do that? Yeah.
I'll grab the dude. I'm not the strongest, but hey, I'll help him walk in as fast as he can.
I'll help the guy out. That's the
Okay,
because I am
so
probably the strongest.
Oh well, here.
I will.
Before we go there, let's do this. I will take one poke at the lock on the chest, and if it's locked, assuming it's locked, and if that fails, you can grab the whole chest.
Never even checked to see if it was locked, so do we just want to try to open it first?
It is locked.
Okay.
Nope, you're gonna have to carry the chest. I'm not wasting more time.
Hold on. I mean, it's my chest. Where's my lock picks? I have them. I swear.
Yeah, and while you're doing that, I'm gonna go ahead and get a head start leading him out.
How about that?
Okay. The squirrel will keep an eye out, and if you hear any chirping, that means people are looking for you. Like chirp, 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 like a quick chirp, like a rat-a-tat-tat chirp. Like those ones that they do. That one is someone's looking, and just a quick chirp, chirp means go. And she's gonna mime that out again. So chirp, chirp, run with her feet, like with her fingers, like making little feet running noise, and then she goes. And she makes like frantic stopping noises, like weight movements, and then pointing at her eyeballs, like looking. Oh. And then she does that a couple times until she thinks you guys get it.
Okay. I'll say you got it for the sake of brevity. You guys have been rolling so well for Squirrel Mime that you're feeling fairly proficient at it.
At what
It's like
point do we just add squirrel to our languages?
Squirrel miming.
Or at least add daffodils to it, Can translate daffodil speak. Yes. It's kind of like
I
having
did roll 20 to unlock the chest with the thieves' tools, if that's the...
Yeah, that's fine. There's a scroll and there is some magical slippers. You can tell because your detect magic stays up for like 10 minutes or something like that. So you have a scroll and slippers. The rest of it is devil stuff. Change of devil clothes, whatever else he has in there. All right.
But
yeah, I think you got like an awesome cape or something like that. I'm taking that, but then all the magical stuff.
Cape. Sure, if you want a devil's cape, you can have a devil's cape. Who am I to say no? I love capes. I'm a sucker for capes. They need to come back in style. I would buy a cape.
I got some weird thing last time too. So
let's bring back cloaks, y'all.
I would love a cloak. If I ever got back to the Renaissance Fair in PA and they had cloaks, I would buy a cloak, maybe.
Oh, they have cloaks.
I'm sure they do.
I've got 3 in my closet.
I need a cloak.
At what point is it a cloakroom?
All right. Well, I looked while we were BSing here. So, Chance and Phalar, you have some pretty decent, weight that you can carry between the two of you, right? I think it looks like Phalar, you've got like 75-ish pounds. And, Chance, you are a little bit under that. We'll call it around 60 or so. 55, 60, somewhere around there. So between the two of you, you can definitely offset a lot of this person's weight. And I'm just going to say, if that's what you're doing and everyone is staying together, I mean, carrying the couple scroll and everything is no big deal. You can just hit the portal and get out.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, I'll also have to slow down to Phalar's speed, but between the two of us, we could just about pick him up and carry him at full speed. So
Yeah, pretty much. So yeah, so you guys just go kind of like, well, we'll say at Daffodil's request. You see, go like, I forget what Daffodil said, but she makes the double chirp or whatever it is, and everyone kind of makes a beeline for the portal. You can double move there, free action the key, and then like in the distance you kind of hear, "Hey!" and you step through the portal.
the last thing they see of me is my middle finger as I step through the portal.
How long does Alchemist Fire last? And can we toss it like to burn
that's
right
totally
in front of the portal? Does
That is totally happening, and that is what I'm doing.
Yeah,
Sweet.
he wants to burn something, torch the place.
I'm totally like, I imagine Krieger from Ark, and I'm like smoke bomb and drop the Alchemist Fire as I go through the portal.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. So you're doing it at the entrance to the portal?
Yes.
So
okay.
Try to follow it's right there, but like we don't know how effective it'll be. But we're using the portal anyways, and then hopefully it'll like a Stargate. It opens for a little while, then closes after something goes through it, type deal.
Yeah, I'm totally doing I'll be the last person through.
Yeah, you got
do the whole Arctic tripping weird thing, like the Johnny Depp falling off the whatever, but also doing the Krieger smoke bomb and throwing the thing. Not quite right at the entrance, but far enough away.
So you hear hey, and then like all of a sudden there's like this burst of fire from the the Alchemist Fire, and then Chance, middle finger comes out of the portal as the pharmacist steps through with his action, and the last thing you hear is one of the devils that's kind of say, "You got to admit though, that's a pretty good exit," and then the portal closes. Because the devils, they would like a fire exit. What can I tell you?
Yeah, I was like, all right, those guys, they got game. And they realized we totally just robbed them blind, and they go, oh, fuck those guys in their game.
Hey,
next time we'll steal your horses too.
Hey, we paid them for the prisoner exchange. We gave them a delicious dinner.
That we gave them the best dinner of their trip. You are right. Ain't we good people?
That's right. You took their stuff, you gave them a good dinner, and you exited with style. Devil style, I guess. Okay, so yeah, you your portal takes you back to the smithy where you started, and you get the prisoner back to the folks that hire you. I am I'm being pinged here for a second, so I'm going to kind of stop this real quick, but I'm going to type up a write-up basically in I think the campaign history, because it's in the wherever it is. I'm going to type up wherever I put my lore in, because I want to tie what you're just finished with what the other group finished to make like one narrative. So
cool.
It's kind of gonna come together there. So I'll put it on there so that way they can read your stuff and you can read their stuff, assuming everything goes down on Sunday with them, which is supposed to as of right now. So so that will be coming. You will each get your 200 gold. And
well, that was 300 gold.
Did you talk them up?
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. That's right, because they were desperate. Okay, 300 gold. I'll give you each your 300 gold. I will give you a list of. I'm almost finished it, but I'm going to give you a list of what's in the magic store for you in the smithy for what you can more or less afford. You also have to pick 5 spell slots worth of spells because you could get some scrolls from the last adventure that you never picked. So none of the spells could be higher than circle 3. So you could do a circle 3 spell and 2 first circle spells or whatever you want to do. So you can discuss that among themselves. So those scrolls that you pick can be whatever spell you want from the player's guide or the labyrinth or anything else that the potentially depending on my approval from deep magic, right? So if you guys want to do some research and look into that, feel free. And I guess the only question I have is, do you want to move to 3rd level or not, right? Because I'm having you getting from 1st or 2nd level and staying in this area so you can learn your characters and what they do. If you feel like you're good enough, then take the time to pick your subclass, assuming you're still staying with the subclasses you originally told me, and we can set that up over the next couple weeks. If you want to stay at 2nd level and do some more 2nd level stuff, I'm more than game and I can do that. But starting at 3rd level, I will track everything from experience points, depending on what happens to you guys, and track it that way going forward once you hit level 3.
Okay.
So, do you have any feel if you want to stay at level 2, or you can think about it and put it into chat later, not right now.
I'm good with whatever the party decides. I'm fine if we want to stay longer.
I mean, I'm kind of anxious for 3, but I could go either way. And my character doesn't change a whole lot with gaining a sub level, other than getting even more dice rolling shenanigans.
I think what I need to
I
dive
can
into
do whatever the party wants.
So. That leaves up to Smelly.
Screw you guys. Let's go to level 3.
All right, there you go.
Let's go to level 3.
Need 5. Need scroll.
Oh, I'll
spells.
let you guys choose the scrolls because I was not there for that adventure. But if I did have a choice, anything that summoned an animal or something for one of them.
I was gonna say, due to the not having a whole lot of healing, I would prefer things on that side. Just a couple of maybe a restoration for just in case, or maybe a revivify and some healing. That kind
We
of
need
thing.
to buy these
Spells that
we would have to get the diamond.
Yeah, you can get the diamond here if you want to spend for it, but spells that consume their components do have to be bought because they're usually
That was the whole point of the scroll. Is it was all embedded in the scroll.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's why anybody else can use them.
I think creating the scroll is supposed to consume the item.
Yeah.
I will double check that. But that sounds correct, to be quite honest. Which means they'll charge you more for the Revivify one, because I think 3rd circle is usually, I want to say, 200 gold for a 3rd circle. And if that's true, then that's not enough because it cost them at least 300 to make it. So it'd be 500 for that. But either way, it's going to cost you what it's the cost of the spell and the cost of the components.
Okay.
So, but yeah, I mean, if you get that as one of your free ones, then sure, then you can pick that as one of your free ones, and that'd be a 3rd circle. And then, if you buy any other scrolls beyond those 5 levels, you gotta pay for it. But I see where you're going with it. So what am I typing here? So 3rd level, yes. These are no cost. list of magic store items incoming soon, as is lore. So, and that way I can work on leveling you guys up to level 3, because we're probably going to skip next week because of what's going on in my life. But over time, we can, as people are available, as I'm available, we can level up your characters, discuss the stuff that we're going to be coming down the pike. And, yeah, some of you I might have to build. Chance, what did you pick? Oh, you did pick something from Deep Magic, right?
No, it's from Toma Heroes.
Either way, I got to code it, so I got to set up your subclass and such.
It's
Okay.
fortunately really easy to do. If you want, I can even work on it and send it to you.
No, I can do them. They're not that time consuming. I can find the cycles to do it. But that is something on my plate. I gotta quickly just kind of throw it together. That'll probably take an hour tops or something. I know they're not that hard. If I said you could be it, I know it's not one of the hard ones.
Yeah, no, it's literally I get the effectively bardic inspiration.
Okay.
Which I have not used yet.
You cast it on me once, but
Oh.
It's not Carl's bardic inspiration, so it will stack with bardic inspiration.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, these adventures for that they spun up for low level here from Cobalt Press. It's low level, so it's not very combat specific, but that will change as you get to 3rd level. So, and the next one I think will be something that I end up making. So it depends what you and the others decide to do going forward. So, but yeah, there'll be more combat. Yeah. So you'll get to do your bardic inspiration. Never fear.
Yeah. Here it goes. Chance, I have to roll for it.
Six. Very good.
Yeah. Hey, better than last time. I got a 2 last time.
6 is better than 2. So 6 plus 2 is 8. And that's about the average, right?
Average is 5, so.
Well, yes, it is. But it's about. That's why I said about. It's not 2.
Yeah. Actually, the average is 5. So that's 10 points across 2 levels, plus Constitution. So I'm still a couple of points behind, but
you're a couple points behind. Yep, you got it. All right, cool. So I'll get that stuff going inbound, and I'll have time over the next day or 2 or whatever. But let me see what's going on at my new job. I'm getting some pings, so let me see what's going on there. So, all right. Thanks, folks. I appreciate this. It'll be a little bit short, but it ended timely. All right. Thanks, all. You have a good night.
Yeah, it ended because we